What's going on, everyone? Designedcoma here. Welcome back. And the gameplay you're watching is me playing some Black Ops 3. Got some Hardcore Domination going on micro. So how about that opening? Doesn't it just make you want to punch the wall when that happens? When it's not going the way that the host is expecting it? I don't know. It really drives me crazy. It pisses me off when that happens. It's just, quit being a crybaby. Just finish the match and move on to the next one. I mean, seriously, you don't have to do that. So, what's up for today's video? Well, I kind of want to talk about something that took me back to my younger days when I was a kid. And there was a television show I watched constantly. Whenever it was on, I was watching it. And I'm sure some of you know it. It's called $6 Million Man. Okay, yep, $6 Million Man. Colonel Steve Austin, the Bionic Man, has the bionic arm, legs, the eye, and the bionic hearing. That's the one. And this article has to do a lot with, I would say, almost true bionics. It's pretty darn close. I mean, it's pretty cool. And the prosthetic this guy has, I mean, it just makes me want to have one. I'm not going to cut my arm off just to have it, but I mean, it is really, really cool. So I'll get into all its features and the kinds of things that it has. And yes, I did say features. And they're calling this the ultimate prosthetic arm for this guy. So I'm going to get into a little bit of the backstory as to what happened and everything. The article's kind of short, but I will have a link in the description for you so you can go take a look at it, and you'll be able to see some pictures of the prosthetic as well. So he's an avid video gamer. He still is. I think he can still play games with this. They don't really touch on that, but James Young is the guy, and he lost his left arm in a railway accident in London several years ago. So video game developer Konami teamed up with leading robotics engineers to craft him an innovatively unique prosthetic. When we, the people that wrote this article, checked on Young's progress last November, Konami and prosthesis designer Sophie, I'm not going to read her entire name because I'll butcher it like crazy. Anyway, intended to design the arm similarly to the prosthetic worn by the protagonist in Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain. After spending the past 6 months on the project, Young's prosthetic is complete, and it's even more outrageous than originally thought. And I'm telling you, this thing is outrageous. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, this thing is sleek. It's got some really nice lines on it. I mean, I'm telling you, this thing looks like it's almost like somebody from an automobile dealership, or not dealership, but company helped design this thing. I mean, it looks really, really cool, and it looks nice and everything. It is really cool. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. So the way this prosthetic works, it's kind of just like most prosthetics. It connects directly to the shoulder's remaining nerves and muscles with control and articulated plastic hand installed to the end of the arm. I know you're dying to know what this thing has. I know you really want to know. This thing has, okay, alright, I'll get into it. I'm going to talk about what this thing has. This prosthetic has a working flashlight, a USB port built into the wrist for charging a smartphone, a laser light, a digital watch, and this is the coolest feature out of the entire thing, aside from the fact that it just looks cool. It has a fully functioning drone. I'm kidding you not. They don't show any pictures of the functioning drone, but it has an operational UAV that he can fly whenever he wants. Here's a little comment by Young. He says, "I didn't want to look like the Terminator because my job involves talking to doctors about the drugs they use. I didn't want to look as if I'm going to kill someone," is what he told the BBC. Now, the whole thing behind this is, this was developed in conjunction with Konami created Phantom Limb project. This is a real thing. The hope is that in the United Kingdom will eventually medically approve the arm for use by other amputees across the country. It weighs about 10 pounds. Young says that it doesn't necessarily hinder him in any way. Like I said, it weighs about 10 pounds. That's including the harness and the battery when it's attached. As of now, the arm will remain attached to Young via the harness, though attaching it via titanium implants is likely the next step. Bionic Man, I'm telling you, Bionic Man. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know the gameplay was probably cut short, mostly because the host was kind enough to disconnect his connection. But all in all, the gameplay was great. I was having a good time. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the article. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Oh, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe.